So a person I was having discussion with on YouTube in the comment section, that should have been my first red flag to just stay away. But this person seems genuinely concerned, seems genuinely perplexed. And I can't answer any of these questions for you, man. All I can say is that I don't know. But neither do you. You know what you've been taught, and I know that same thing. The difference between you and I is I'm calling bullshit on it because a lot of it doesn't make sense. Gravity makes sense from within itself, but that's a logical fallacy. It's a logical fallacy to assume something is true or to prove something is true by its own arguments. And that just proves that what you've been taught is true. That doesn't prove that it is actually true itself. You got to take a step back. You have to be objective. You can't get caught up on one little detail, and gravity is one little detail in the big picture, in the entire big picture of things. In my opinion, gravity doesn't exist. It's about density. We are more dense than the medium around us, so we sink to the bottom of it. Unless, of course, we're in water, and then we float. Unless, of course, we have a really dense body mass, which means we have a high percentage of muscle and a low percentage of body fat, then we would sink to the bottom of the water. Much slower than we would in air, because water is lots more dense than air. There's lots of videos out there proving to you the holes in the globe theory, that they do not make any sense, and purely empirical evidence, empirical meaning observational, which that is the definition of it. You can go fact check me. They point more towards a flat earth. Empirical evidence points more towards a flat earth than it does globe theory. Globe theory only holds true from within itself. Like I told you, you got to think outside the box. What the box is, you don't even know it's a box unless you get outside of it and look at it and be like, oh, that's a box. That's not a very good analogy, but it's the simplest I can make it. You got to think outside the box. You can't define something from within itself or by itself. You must be objective. You got to question everything. Assume that what you've taught is not true. Assume that first, and then you will be able to possibly see the truth. I'm not saying that the earth is flat. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's fucking huge. That's all I know. The earth is huge. It's massive. The earth is massive. That I can tell you. I can tell you that according to their mathematical formulas, an 8 inches per mile squared drop off, the curvature of the earth, 8 inches per mile squared, that doesn't hold up. You can go test that yourself. You can look at elevation. Like, there are plenty of videos out there to prove to you the holes in globe theory. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with you on one thing, gravity. I don't know, man. My best guess is density. We're more dense than the medium around us. But like I said, you can't define the box from within the box. You got to step outside of it to even be able to see what it is.